What up, motherfuckers? Long last name, but else some Twitch, your boy so like welcome back, motherfucker. To more Pokemon Reborn. What's up, Monkey? What's up, Darkrai? Gengar, I'm fucking mad at you right now. You decided to join this guy named Shade? This fucking dude named Shade. Fucking bitch. Whatever, dude. Fucking. Okay. Notification is what it is because it's fucking hot outside and it's fucking bullshit. It was fucking dumb. Today was fucking hot. Yesterday was fucking hot. Day before was fucking hot. It's hot outside. So, get your fucking skivvies on. Go swimming. Cool off. Because it do be warm outside. I got my fucking nut fan over here. The dual fan, nut fan, over here on the desk. Blowing some fucking fresh ass air over at me. Super nice. I'm gonna be bringing them to work tomorrow. Because apparently tomorrow is gonna be even hotter. And then I'm going in on Friday for a couple hours. And then Mr. Bear's coming over. You can be fucking awesome. I'm gonna come home from work, and then I'm gonna instantly hop in the fucking shower. Gonna take a nice shower and cool off. And then Mr. Bear's coming over. It's gonna be fucking sick nasty. He gets to see the stream room, even though there's really not much to it besides a bunch of pink. And then a giant green wall. But this is Mr. Bear's green wall, so he gets to kiss and make up and be like, "Oh no, I miss you and I love you." Thanks again, Mr. Bear, for letting me borrow this. I'll give it back, I promise. I'm putting it down. I'm putting it down after every stream. I'm taking care of it. I put it down after every stream. Make sure it doesn't fall over. Make sure it doesn't get broken. He did tell me to put something up behind it, but it's standing up pretty good on his own. Maybe it's because I got the fan up there. There's a fan on the ceiling and it's blowing down like directly on top of it, so maybe that's like keeping it blowing this way instead of falling over. And the stands work pretty good on it, so I mean it works. Yeah, green screen's working awesome, Mr. Bear. And so the plan, what I was saying. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to the stream room right now. Just a bunch of pink. And then eventually when we get paid again, we're gonna get more cock. And put the cock on the wall. Put out more pink stuff. And then eventually I'll get my fucking phone panels back, and then we'll be back up and running, baby. I do plan on getting my own green screen at some point. I want to get a big long one so I can put it up in the ceiling. So I can put it up whenever I want to. But so that way the room still looks dope, and I could do my old stream thing. But since like I put a lot of work into the whole green screen part of it, I want to be able to use a green screen whenever I want to, and then put it up however I want to. But I want to see if I'm able to make it easily retractable to go back up into the ceiling. Maybe I'll have it, or maybe it doesn't need to be that big. Maybe I'll just fucking. Oh, but I got that thing there. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I want to be able to keep using the green screen aspect of this, because I put a lot of work into making these, and I think it's really fucking cool that I could do this. But yeah, but that no more wasting time. No more jibber jabber. You go, MrsMaaam. MrsMaam's up there conquering the fucking quizzes and getting notes and then doing stuff for her new job that she got. So she's taking notes, doing super smarticle particle things. She's conquering the quizzes and the tests, And I'm gonna conquer this fucking loser. This fucking loser. Oh, also, we're here now. Hi. So yeah, we last left off fighting Shade, and he was a pain in my fucking arse. And since I realized when I was at work, because like I said, I would not be able to stop thinking about this. It was driving me fucking nuts. I don't know where I am. Where am I? Why am I here? What am I doing here? I realized normal type Pokemon, normal type cannot get touched by that Shadow Ball. So my other problem would be that Thunderbolt from Gengar. So Meowth might make a return, but also, MrsMaaam, the Litleo is a normal and fire type. So technically, it can't get touched by Gengar's Shadow Ball. Why am I going this way? Where am I going? I don't know what I'm doing. Have I been over here? What the fuck is this? Oh, yeah, I've been over here. But yeah, normal types. They both cannot touch. They can't touch each other. So, but if Meowth knows a dark type move... move. Whoops. Deposit. Store you. Withdraw. Ghost flying, rock around, ice, ice. Bug flying. Straight up normal. Serene Grace. Boost the likelihood of adding effects appearing. Wait, what? The likelihood of added effects appearing. Added effects. I'm not sure what the fuck that means. But he's kind of a tank. Psychic, rock, grass, fire, normal, and it has Moxie. So if it does take out that Gengar, its attack is raising. Otherwise, there's, you're flying, so you won't be good against that Rotom. But Meowth... Oh, I have you? Dusknoir... Or Dusclops, my bad. It's straight up Ghost. Can check the foe's held item. Its defense is pretty good. Special attack is alright. Its speed is buns. So it definitely will not go... But... It won't go first, but... It has Shadow Sneak. Does 40 damage. Move always goes first. Its defense is alright. Oh, but that Ghost is gonna be super effective, though. Okay, well, normal type. So that Thunderbolt... Okay, here's another thing that I was thinking about. There is a... Toxic Boost. Powers of physical attacks when poisoned. Revenge, Night Slash. Night Slash? Okay, but... So the other thing that I'm thinking of... is... the fact that I don't really have all that much time to do these, and there's a lot of IV training going on in here. So... Boost speed if there's a status problem. Since I don't really have a lot of time to dedicate to IV training, I might get rid of it. Up special attack if another Pokemon has plus or minus. Pokemon can't attack on consecutive turns. Could use Yawn, put him to sleep. Faint attack. Motor drive. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, because you're a normal type, I think I'm also gonna bring you. You're also level 30. Bag. Soothe Bell, fuck. Okay. We're gonna go back to the Opal Ward. We're gonna get some more of those leveling up XP thingies. And use it on the Pokemon. And depending on how this goes, we're gonna send out Dusclops first. But depending on how this goes, I think I'm gonna get rid of the IV training, because I really don't have the time to dedicate to IV training, to sit around and continuously battle to up their IV training, to up their IV stats. I know it's not the point of the game, and it's not like the whole point is they use IV training and it makes it more difficult. But like I said, I really don't have that kind of time to just sit there and grind, and that's not something that I really want to be doing. Like I want to progress through the game. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'll give it. I'm gonna give this one more go with the team that I have set up now. So we'll use XP Candy Medium on Zangoose. So 34, Embargo. Embargo is a dark type move. It prevents the target from using any item. Okay. Slash. Revenge. It may lower the target's defense. Nice slash. Critically hits land more easy. Yeah, no. Detect. What does detect do? The user evades all attack. Its chance of failing rises if it is used in succession. Okay. Okay. Get set up here. I'm gonna try. With the team that I have now, I'm gonna try Dusclops and the Shadow Sneak. But if that doesn't work, I'm sorry. But I don't want to do the IV training. I don't have the time for it. I don't have the patience for it. And I just want to progress and actually play the game. I mean, I'm 21 episodes in, so I'm pretty a decent amount. I still got like so many. This is a huge game, so I still got a long ways to go. But the fact that I made it this far, and not even thinking about IV training or IV stats, I think it's cool that this game actually uses the IV training, and like you actually have to use your brain meats like that. But like either way, you have to use your brain meats with this game because of the stats, the stat changes, the all-around effects of the battlefield is all different. So yeah, I mean, this game is already pretty bonkers, but the fact that I can't really get an attack in, and I have to use an attack to change the battlefield, but they can still hit me when I'm changing the battlefield, and it still won't even last that long. Like in this scenario, like the battlefield is already upping steel, it's upping electricity, and it's upping the ghost type attacks, and I have to use an attack to try to change the battlefield, but even then it doesn't last very long, and then he's already attacked me twice. And if I use a super potion or whatever, then that gets me back up to basically full health, but then he's already attacked me again, and then if it goes first, then he's already attacked me twice again. So it's basically like I did nothing, and I've already wasted my battlefield change effect. I've already wasted it by like 2 turns. Or by a turn, so it wouldn't even last that long. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get rid of the IV training to make it a little bit easier on me, so I can actually progress. But yeah, we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see how it goes. But if it does not go well instantly, like, because I got a feeling like I'm gonna get my cheeks clapped right away because I did not IV train any of these guys, except for Swampert and Bronzong. Okay. It's gonna one-shot, watch. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I'm done. It's already done. Oh? I was expecting it to use... Oh, we're done. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, he's already taken out so many Pokemon. And I haven't even gotten through the first one. Delmise? Oh. We're so fucked. How am I? I don't know. I don't know what to do at this point. Okay. Yeah, I'm over the IV training. Maybe that's the issue. I'm not entirely sure. But I don't exactly know what else to do. To make all enemy trainer Pokemon have 0 EVs and IVs, light mode. To make all Pokemon you catch have 0 IVs, use the empty. Okay. Depending on your goal. Depending on my goal. Such as easy Asians, permanent field effects, or help tailor your pace. No. No, I just want... We'll just do light mode. Oh, wait. Use light mode. Allowing you to bypass strict stat building. Okay, so, wait. Oops. Stop. Okay. So I think I activated light mode. To make enemy trainer Pokemon have 0 EVs and IVs. Okay. I mean, I'm basically out of money, so I got nothing to lose, but I just want to progress. I just want to get through this. This is stupid. Fucking Gengar. That put a better dent in him. So fucking one-tap me. Oh my god, it missed. Oh my god, it missed. Levitated with magnetism. Picked up electricity. Holy shit, that still did a lot of fucking damage. Oh, I was really hoping for a crit. Send out Rotom. Not yet. I used Odor Sleuth, so now I can do this. Right? Damn it. You are... Ooh, you are a problem. You're a problem, is what you are. Damn. Fuck. Oh my god, that did nothing. Confuse him, please. Fuck. Is it enough? Oh, come on. Jesus Christ. Crit. Oh my god. Is Odor Sleuth still oh. Doesn't matter anyway. Damn. Okay. Well, that went better than last time. Someone's PC. Deposit. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Withdraw. You. Have a plan, maybe? Have a plan, maybe? Have a plan? Maybe? Maybe, baby? Charm. Lowers the target's attack. Get rid of Slash for Fury swipes. Flail, it becomes more powerful the less HP the user has. Oh shit. Come to Bear Tech. Fuck yeah. I think I might keep Bear Tech on the team actually. I like Bear Tech. Icicle Crash. Yes, for... Wait, what? Endures any attack. Its chance of failing is greater if used in succession. Okay, yeah. Okay, you're exactly level 40. Okay. So... Torment. Using the same move twice in a row. Grows more powerful the less it likes the trainer. Charge Beam. Raise a special attack stat. Struggle Bug. If the target's HP is down to about half, this attack will hit with double the power. So it'll do 6 plus 6 is 12. 5, 6, 7. 117? No. It'll be over 100. It'll be over 100. I'll go to the move relearner or something. Okay. Okay. Here's the plan. You. Odor Salute. And see if I can crunch it. Or no, because Fire Spin only lasts as long as Rapidash is out there. Okay. Now, I don't think there's any point in the Odor Salute thing because that Gengar is too powerful. That Rotom is what needs to get the fuck out of there. Does have Hypnosis, though. Oh, damn. Holy shit. System online. Rotom. Levitate. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Ah, stupid. Get the fucker out of there. No! It flinched. Huh. Do it again. Do it again. My god! Shit! Please be confused. God damn it! Now the Delmice is the problem. MrsMaaam, hi. Good luck, MrsMaaam. You got this. Fuck what I'm doing. What you're doing is more important. Fuck. Son of a bitch. I believe in you, MrsBabe. Uh-oh. Do blade. What the fuck is this? It's focused. Well, lock the fuck out. Uh-oh. But it flinched. Hopefully you just keep flinching. Hang on. Hang on, Swampert. Hang the fuck on, dude. Oh my god. Just chill out. Mimikyu? I love it! Yep. That was a critical hit too? Oh, that's bogus. Bogus and buns. Oh my god. Oh my god. Don't miss. Ooh. Ooh. Motherfucker. Meow meow meow. Oh my god. Tee. Lock out. Lock the fuck out. Get out of here. I'm gonna keep zing zapping. Keep zing zapping all over the place. Huh. Oh my god. I defeated the Undead Shade. Abyss favors the Forsaken. Oh my god, I finally fucking beat him. The Omen badge. Yours. Thanks. Level 45. Enable Flash. Gift. Shadow Claw. Power. Activate. Observe. Ah, it opened. Solid did it! Oh, we didn't even need this stupid machine. It was about time. Greetings, all. And just, who are you? That's of no consequence to you. Seize them. Oh, it's that guy. Ah! Kane, catch! What? Just run! Hey, hands off her. An interesting request. Catch it? No, no, it was somebody else's. How about we talk about it inside? Oh my god, whoa, all the dudes, all the homies. Oh, Heather again? Run, Kane. Shoot, Nidoking! Use Earthquake, now! Oh, let's bolt. Commander, serious. Let him go. He's not part of our deal. We've got everything we need. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Since when do men serve swine? So nice of you to drop in, Private Agent. You were promoted then. That is awfully quick. A spot was vacant after all. Ah, Borealis. I had hoped to wring his neck myself. A new systems manager has also been chosen. So I heard, after what happened with Ace. You would do well to mind your new company. You would do well to mind your manners. Promotion or not, I'm still your commanding officer. In title. And just what does that mean? Titles are meaningless. Results are what matter. Did you come here solely to tell me things I already know? No. I came to deliver a warning. Know your place. Or it will make itself known to you. Whoa. RJ, your homegirl, she's kind of dropping her balls right quick. Abundant wrench. Well, don't just stand there gawking. There's work to be done. Yes, sir. So dying souls offer the keys to your gain. Let not them suffer to the poison in vain. Yes, sir. I'm getting my fucking team back. Fuck you. Oh, my fucking team back. Even though the team did kind of carry. This team did kind of carry. I want my fucking dudes back. What time is it? 8:16? Okay, I can progress a little bit. Okay, everybody's dead. All my friends are dead. I pushed them to the edge. Okay, deposit. Get rid of you. And... okay, so you are electric, water ground, fire, steel psychic, ice, swift swim. Hold on a fucking second. Swift swim? Okay, and the bug is flying. Oh, we don't have Noibat anymore. I just realized that. I mean... Noibat's cool. I like Noivern, but... Bug is good against Psychic. And... Noibat was kinda just getting his ass fucking beat. We don't have any ice people on our team. So I feel like Beartic would be kind of a good candidate. Swift Swim? I don't know so much about that. Doubles the Pokemon's speed and rain. Oh, and speed and rain? Oh my god. In rain. Rain Dance. If we do Rain Dance, his speed would become 84. His attack is already 116. Has no IV training. Okay. Okay. Deposit. Twist a spoon. I don't really want to get rid of Vivillon because he's kind of our colors. Vivillon's kind of sick, and it's a butterfly. Where's Noibat? For it being level 38, its stats are pretty buns. Its IV training is good though. And it has cut. I think we'll store Beartick for now. As much as I want Beartick, I feel like Noibat deserves a chance. Deserves the chance. Deserves the title. The title of being the dragon of the team. But that means I have 2 Pokemon weak to electric. But I mean, I have 2 Pokemon that are resistant to electric. So I think it's fine. Whirlwind. That just gets rid of Pokemon, right? The foe is blown away to be replaced by another Pokemon or flee. Yeah. You still haven't evolved yet? What the fuck? Okay, Vivillon needs it. Okay. Technically, the only Pokemon that's left to evolve is Noibat. Noibat's just the baby of the group. Okay, fucking save. That's for damn sure. Okay, so am I going back down into the tunnels? Because the door did open. Yeah, that part kind of wasn't really clear. I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do next. My guess is to go back into the tunnels. That's my guess. Stupid bird. Oh, hi! Solid! I was so afraid I'd miss you. Do you already know what happened? Ah, why don't we take this inside? We're not alone. Okay, go, go, go. To the cops. I found him! Any progress? Not yet. So I'm glad at least you've had some luck. When Meteor showed up, Anna tossed me this weird chip and told me to run for it. I didn't know what to do with it, so I was lucky that I ran into a Maria almost immediately. Frankly, I have no idea where it even came from. Currently, I'm just trying to get anything off of it. This stuff isn't exactly my strong suit. That's okay though. They should be here any second. A good performer never misses their cue. Wait, Ace! Center stage and in the spotlight. Why here now? I'll back you up, Solid. No, it's okay. What do you mean, it's okay? You were at Raido Shrine. There with Team Meteor. Correction, I was with Team Meteor. What? Ace saved my life. What? Hold on, wait. Can we talk about this? I suppose I should explain. Yada yada yada. Oh. After I made an opening for Solid and Borealis to escape, I faced off against that woman. Lynn. That's her name. The battle was, in a word, embarrassing. Ooh, I love that sound. Oh, damn. This is a gym leader? This is the best that can be expected? I don't understand. You don't understand. How was it over so quickly? What is there to question? You are weak. That is all. No, oh shit. You are powerless. Surrender the bracelets. Wait, what? Ah, I was wondering about those. These were a gift. I won't just give them to you. You'll give them up willingly. There is no other option. Stop it. You will give them up willingly. That's enough. Just moments ago, you chastised another for protecting an enemy. A few stray seconds, all it takes to break our spirit. I accept loyalty to the family, not needless cruelty. You've taken it too far already. For now, we capture her without harming her. As your superior, that is an order. Understood. As a superior officer, that order will be your last. Oh. And that's the story of how I was fired. By the time I dragged her to the base, it was already too late. In the end, they helped me escape. That woman was not going to stop. I think it's very possible they saved my life. And as you can see, I still have both of the sapphire bracelets. I don't understand why these are so important, but there's no doubt in my mind that Ace has earned our trust. Huh? They wasted no time in replacing me. For years, I'd toiled slaving over a steaming command line console for their ambitions. And for what? To be cast aside like the ticket to last week's show? Command line? Agent Ace, Master Magician, and Technological System Extraordinaire. At your service. Those two things don't exactly go together. Ah, so the layperson would think. And yet what are each but an amalgamation of mysteries, even powerful to the public eye and yet to the... Oh, fuck this, dude. Whatever. Shut up. God. How dull. Apparently, open something, step aside, work the magic. Really just gonna turn around and help us? Quite right, little hero. You find I'm a bit of a wild card. I'll admit it, it's not entirely selfless. I'd rather be out fighting instead of rotting. The officer said something. Your information had better be good. My information is the best. You'll have to forgive his attitude, of course. The boys in blue are really hurting for some leads now that boring old Borealis is out of the business. Old boy, yada yada 1, 2, something, files, they're being encrypted. Truths around the world. Whoa, how'd you do that? Unzip them. Kidding, haha. And they're yours to explore. And now I'm here. Funny how things work. 3 other pulses? 3? It says here that there's 3 more plans underway immediately. That's curious. They're setting up at a Popeful Beach. There's one in Bixton's Wasteland. And one in Period Ward of Reborn City. And that's just down the stairs. You knew about this? Some of it. Surprisingly, not all. I wonder what else they've been keeping from me. Hold on. Before anything, what about the kids? I was hoping Anno had hidden some clue on how to rescue them here. But what are we gonna do about them? If you want my opinion on the matter, and I'm not sure if I do, don't worry about it. 5 kids just got kidnapped by a terrorist organization, and you're saying don't worry about it? I was dismissed, but I've still been listening on their correspondence. Turns out that without me, there aren't so big... Oh, for fuck's sakes! Dude, these big words are really pissing me off. And all of this conversation, I really don't care. Yep, we're gonna save them. And there's pulses nearby. Jesus Christ. Love the game. Too much dialogue. Too much. Okay, just down the stairs, Period Ward. Alright, so now I'm looking for... Okay, I just got Stuffle. Cool. Fairy fighting when it evolves? I want to say? I could be wrong. Okay, it said it was just on the stairs. Where's Kane? Okay, it's 8:30. Maybe we'll see what's up with Kane. Hi. Hey, Solid. Amara seems convinced that Ace is safe, but I'm not so sure. It's not like the thing in Rodishire was all that long ago. Do you really think we can trust him? Sure. If you say so. I'm a little nervous, but I'll follow your lead. Right on. What up, dude? Great, you're here. I don't know how much resistance we should expect in there. You ready to do this? Nope. Make sure you're ready. In the meantime, I'll think about how to get in. I bet you could scale the wall if you did something like waterfall attack and then froze it with ice beam. No, surely it's too tall. Oh. Yeah, I don't have ice beam. But is that hinting at something? Water and ice is gonna be super effective in here? Is that what you're hinting at? Okay, yeah, I don't really want to dive into something that I'm not gonna be prepared for, and it's 8:30. So, yeah, that's all I got time for today. Sorry, peeps. But yeah, I don't want to dive back. I don't want to dive into something that I'm gonna get sucked into. I want to hang out in bed and go to bed at a good time. Take that, Mudkip. Get a nicotine buzz. Well, alright. We appreciate everybody that came out, goof, gaff, and laugh with us. MrsMaaam, appreciate you coming through, chill, chat, and lurking, do what you do. Hope you're doing good on your test notes and stuff. Still wish you good luck. I'll be up there rooting you on through Smash Bros. I'll be fighting for you. But yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. Oof. I won't be able to stay up because I gotta do overtime. So, I don't know what the plan is for tomorrow. It was supposed to be, you know, a Minecraft podcast, but I have to go to bed at a good time, so maybe we'll do it on... Well, no, tomorrow is either Arc Raiders or Helldivers. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Stay tuned for whatever the fuck happens. I'm a busy lad, so there's no point in really making a schedule. I try to stick to the schedule, but with overtime and stuff like that, it doesn't really happen, so whatevs. But yeah, all the homies down in the description down below if you want to go check them all out. TheHomieRjay, TorkyBear58, MrsMaaam, they're all down in the description down below if you want to go check them all out. Show them some love, they're down there doing things and stuff. But in the meantime, stay safe, wash your hands, wash your motherfucking ass. Get the thing gross, that shit's nasty, don't want to see, smell, and taste that shit. I don't know the fuck you're into. Peace out and whoop whoop.